Hi, it's Mike with AskTractorMike.com. I'm going to give you a little tractor safety refresher course today. Whether you're a new tractor owner or you've been running a tractor for 50 plus years like I have, I urge you to watch to the end. It's never bad to have a refresher course on tractor safety because tractors can be dangerous. I don't want to scare you, but I want you to have a respect for tractor operation. And these are 6 ways you can die or be injured or kill someone you love or injure someone you love on a tractor, and we want to avoid these. Number 1 is hauling people around on a tractor. Unless you've got a cab tractor with a buddy seat and a seat belt, there is no good place to ride on a tractor. And I get it. You get a new tractor, you've moved out to the country, you want to take folks on a ride on your new tractor, but it's a bad idea. The only place to ride on a tractor is on that fender, and if your passenger goes off, tractors don't stop on a dime. It can end badly. Even if you have a trailer to haul those people on, that can still end badly as well. I'll tell you my own personal testimony. When I was a little kid, about 3 or 4 years old, we had a single axle trailer that we towed with a tractor. We were coming to a gate. I was riding, 3 or 4 years old. Mom was on there with me. She jumped off, opened the gate. Dad drove through the gate. Unbeknownst to him, I had jumped off the trailer, fallen, and slipped under the wheel, and he ran over me. He ran over me right here in my chest. Now, that was a heavy trailer, probably 600 or 700 pounds, but it was empty, and I wasn't hurt seriously. If we'd have been hauling firewood like we usually did, I wouldn't be here. So hauling passengers on a tractor is dangerous. Don't haul them on the operator area. And if you're hauling them on a trailer, be really careful. Number 2 danger from a tractor, and this is from someone running a brush hog, is thrown objects. I'll tell you my personal experience. One time when I was about 15 or 16 years old, I was out mowing the yard with a push mower. My dad was over brush hogging a ditch. He kicked a rock out from under that brush hog that went past my face, a rock about this big around, the size of a dog's head, went past my face about 3 feet in front of me at 200 miles an hour or however fast a rock would go. I mean, like that. Like that. So if you're running a brush hog, keep people away. Brush hogs have blade tip speeds of somewhere between 11,000 and 16,000 feet per minute. And if you kick a rock out from under that, we don't know where it's going to go or who it's going to hit. If you're bush hogging next to the road and a car comes by, it's a good idea to stop and let them pass before you go forward, especially if you're brush hogging an area you're not familiar with. So that's number 2. Number 3, and this is a big one, is tractor rollover. Tractors are top heavy. A lot of us have hills. You can roll a tractor over real easily. I'm going to give you 6 ways to avoid a tractor rollover. Number 1, tractor ballast. That may be fluid in the tires, it may be weights on the wheels, it may be both. Number 2, tread settings. A lot of people don't know on most tractors, if you swap the sides of the tires and wheels, you widen out the tread width. On some tractors, you've got a detachable center section from the rim, and you have multiple tread settings. On those tractors, you can set the tread out really wide to make it more stable on the hills. Number 3, make sure your tires have good tread on them. The more worn the tires, the better the chance for rollover. Number 4, go slow when you're on a side hill. The faster you go, the greater the chance of rollover. Number 5, watch your fuel conditions. If you have wet grass, there's more of a chance of sliding and therefore tractor rollover. And number 6, if you're using a front end loader, keep that load as low to the ground as you can. That minimizes your chance of tractor rollover. Now, if you do roll over a tractor and you have your seat belt fastened and your roll bar in the upright position, there's a good chance you'll survive. If you roll a tractor over without the seat belt or the roll bar, there's a good chance you won't. It's as simple as that. Now, we've just talked about in number 3 how a roll bar can save you, but number 4 is how a roll bar can hurt you. When I was in the dealership world, we had a customer that drove under a guy wire. You know, that's a brace wire with an anchor in the ground that holds telephone poles up, and he didn't clear the guy wire with his roll bar. And that's a situation most of us never think about. But if you go under a low limb or a guy wire or anything that catches that roll bar, it's going to try to pick the front end of the tractor up, and when it doesn't, it's going to try to peel the whole operator area off the tractor. This guy got the tractor stopped. If he hadn't have, he would have gone into a running brush hog with the operator area with him on it. So anytime you're driving with that roll bar in the upright position, watch what you're driving under. Now, number 5 relates to hauling a tractor. There's 2 ways that trailers and tractors can get you in trouble. Let's talk about the first way. When you're loading a tractor on a trailer, when you're driving on, at a certain position, the weight of the tractor is picking up on the back of the tow vehicle. And it's pretty drastic. So if your tow vehicle is headed downhill and you pick the back of it up and the parking brake is on the back, off you go. And you'll go wherever gravity takes the truck and trailer with you on the tractor on the back. When I was working at a farm equipment dealership, we had a really slight slope on the side of our dealership. And I was watching a customer load a tractor on his little trailer. He drove up on it. As he got up, he picked the back of the pickup truck up. That's where the brakes were, and off he went down that slope. He went about 25 feet and crashed into some loader buckets, and that's what stopped him. So it can happen. So anytime you're loading a tractor on a trailer, make sure you load on level ground and put a chock block under the wheels so that truck and trailer can't go anywhere. That's the first way you can get in trouble with a trailer. The second way is with negative tongue weight. And I've done lots of videos about this. I've seen it before. You want about 10% of the weight of whatever you're hauling pushing down on the tongue of the tow vehicle. If you have it pulling up on the tow vehicle, what will happen is you'll start down the road, everything will be fine for a while, and then pretty soon that trailer will start going back and forth behind the truck, and it can run you off the road or get you into traffic. I was driving back from Chicago a few years ago down an interstate highway, and I got in back of a van hauling a subcompact tractor on a single axle trailer. They had it loaded backwards, so the weight of the engine and the loader was on the back, and they had negative tongue weight. And they'd drive down the road and they'd be going fine, and they'd get a little speed up and that trailer would start whipping back and forth behind the van. If you see that happen, that's what it is. It's negative tongue weight. So make sure you're pushing down on the tongue of the trailer onto the tow vehicle when you load. And finally today, the 6th way you can get injured on a tractor is PTO entanglement. If that PTO is going around, if you're back there and you've got a overall strap or a hoodie string or long hair around that PTO and it gets stuck in there, that's not going to end well. And there's a lot of one-armed farmers and, weirdly enough, one-armed farm equipment dealers, because they've been around a running PTO and they got hung up in it. So anytime you're going to do anything around a PTO powered implement, shut off the tractor before you go back and work on it. Don't ever leave the tractor running, and for goodness sake, don't ever leave the PTO running and get off of the tractor. If you keep these 6 things in mind when you're operating your tractor, you'll stay safe. I don't want to lose any viewers. Thanks for watching my videos. Here's a couple other videos related to this topic. Here's a link to my website and the Tractor Fun Store. And I have lights for sale on there and backup cameras, and those will make you safer on a tractor. Here's a place to subscribe. Thanks for watching.